I decided to make a murder mystery game for my first game jam ever. Why? Well, I joined the SKC Game Jam, where you have to make a game in just 48 hours. This year's theme for the SKC Game Jam is board games. Most people would think Ludo or Monopoly, but my first idea was Cluedo, a murder mystery board game where you figure out who the murderer is, in what room the murder happened, and the weapon the murderer used. As the game jam began, I created a new unit project and imported some characters and made some simple player movement. And with that, I didn't know what to do next, so I made a plan. The game will need at least 5+ characters, and a weapon and personality for each of those characters, but preferably more to make each round slightly different. Each of the weapons needs to be able to be linked to a personality with descriptions. For the map, there needs to be multiple rooms and spawn points for the characters. You also need to be able to guess the character, room and weapon at the entrance door. I started out by planning out how the map should actually look. In the middle there's gonna be a central hall that's gonna be connecting all the rooms. On this side there's gonna be a kitchen, beside it a dining room with a door both here and here. On the other side there's gonna be a bathroom and some sort of lounge or working room. At the end of the hall there's gonna be a bedroom. This is gonna be the entrance to the actual house. To build a map in the game, I imported some assets I had previously gotten from the asset store. I started by adding some flooring and walls, then I started building the rooms, where the bedroom was first up. I added a bed, a sofa, closet and a bunch of other stuff that you might have in a bedroom. I moved on to the dining room. I put down a table and added a bunch of items on top of it to make it look more alive. Right beside the dining room I made a kitchen. I added countertops, a fridge, a smaller table and a kitchen island with bar stools. Next up was the bathroom. I made sure to include everything, including the toilet, a washing machine and a bathtub. Lastly, it was the lounge. I placed a sofa, a TV, a fireplace and added a work area in the back. I didn't really have the time to build a garden because I had already used up almost half of the first day building this map, so instead I put up curtains so you can't see outside the windows. Once the map was basically done, I started work on adding the characters. I added some characters that I bought from the asset store. I recolored all of them and gave them a matching name. Obviously I'm too lazy to come up with matching names myself, so I made AI do the hard work. To make them more alive, I also got some free animations from Mix and Mo. Then it was just to make the characters spawn around the map. I placed some spawn points and fixed some code, and just like that, spawning characters on the map. And with NPCs working, it was just a matter of adding them to the interaction system. Just like that, you can now interact with them. What they say is, subscribe right now or I will find where you live and make sure that there is a murder mystery in your house next. I mean, they will talk about their personality. Their personality is randomly assigned when the game starts. Potential personalities are, for example, mechanic or martial artist. And then the player can link the character's personality to the murder weapon. Which leads me to actually making the weapons. To make the game engaging, I need plenty of different weapons that can be linked to each personality. The wood carver can be linked to the knife, the mechanic can be linked to the wrench, and the chef can be linked to the frying pan. Wait, you've never used a frying pan as a murder weapon? You're missing out. Not that I have ever used one. Anyways, for each weapon I need a description, so I decided to ask my loyal and best friend ChatGPT. And I got these very formal descriptions for each of the weapon, which fits perfectly in a murder mystery. To actually display these descriptions, I connected the interaction system to also work with weapons. But the weapons also actually have to spawn on the map. So I set up some weapon spawn points, and now the weapons spawn randomly on the map in the specified spawning points. To actually see which one was the murder weapon, I made a prefab for each of the weapons except they had blood on them, or for the pistol, empty bullets. Day 2, I started off making 3 different dead bodies that will be spawned in a random room when the game starts. Surprisingly, it worked perfectly the first try. I also made sure to stop any characters from spawning in the same room. Currently, there is no way to win. In Cluedo, you have to first figure out the person, weapon and room, and then you can go guess in the middle. So next I added a guessing system. You approach the front door to guess, and it lists all the characters, weapons and rooms. And if you guess right, you win. If you get it wrong, you lose and have to start over with a new scenario. The game is still pretty quiet, so I need to add some sounds and music. First I needed a sound for when interacting with the characters. And well, what can I say, I'm a bit of a professional voice actor, so I made some noises that will hopefully fit as a talking sound. but the game is still very quiet, so I added some background mystery music. In the last hour of the game jam, I fixed a basic main menu, which I mostly stole from my previous games, and then came up with a great name, Murder Minute. The game was supposed to be timed, but now it isn't anymore, so the minute doesn't really make sense, but I guess still murder does. I also added a pause menu so you're not stuck in the game forever. And with the game basically done, you enter this house, find a dead body located in one of the 5 rooms. Search around the house to find a specific weapon that has been used as a murder weapon. Then you go on trying to link that weapon to a specific character with that personality. Then you guess what you think is the answer. It was Queen Grace with the carving knife in the lounge. And just like that, the game was finished. If you like this, like the video, and if you didn't, well, why are you still here? If you want to play the game for free, you can do it through the link in the description. Thanks for watching.